Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all well. I hope the month of April is treating you quite well in terms of your set goals and targets. I hope you have targets and goals for the month anyway, because sometimes we may actually assume that people set goals, people set targets, yet people do not actually do that. So I hope that the distributors that we are working with on this platform that are listening to me today, I hope they are the serious distributors that work with goals and the targets and are always looking forward to hitting their goals and targets for the month. I think it's like I've always communicated before. If you are someone who loves to see progress in everything that you do, you want to register progress every year, you want to register progress every month, then goal setting and goal achieving should be one of those skills that you should be able to acquire. So today we started off the journey to our third week of the month. The last day of the month is going to be on the 4th of May. So if you're to calculate properly, we have 13 days. We have 13 days to go. We have 13 days to end the month. We have 13 days for you to be able to reach your goals and targets set for the month. This weekend, we have team events happening in Western Uganda. We are going to be in Kasese on Friday. No, don't do that. We are going to be in Kasese on Friday from exactly 10 at Santon Sun Hotel. And then on Saturday, we are going to be in Nshaka, Berlin Hotel. And on Sunday, we are going to be at Lakeview in Mbarara. The event in Kasese starts at 10:30. The events in Bushenyi starts at 10:30. The event in Mbarara, we will be starting off with a distributors training at 11, and then the guest presentation, the meeting for the guests is at 2 p.m. So let's if you are in this area or you know some people in this area, it would be an opportunity to invite, it would be an opportunity to expand your business. And if you're in this area, it is a must for you to attend this kind of meetings, because normally our business grows through attending events and maximizing events. So the more of these kind of big events, the more you maximize them, the more you invite as many guests as possible. That's an opportunity for you to be able to grow and expand your business. Okay. So today I wanted us to look at how do we continue going forward even when the going gets tough. How do we continue going forward even when the going gets tough. There is a saying that says that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Now, for those of us who have been around this business for a while, we actually know that at some point, the going gets tough. And even after after we've been around for a very, very long time, we've been able to acquire a wealth of experience, skills, and knowledge. Even after today, sometimes the going gets tough. But then the question is, are you tough enough? Are you strong enough? Are you serious enough that even when the going gets tough, you're going to continue going because you have goals and dreams that you want to achieve out of this business? Sometimes I love telling myself that if you're a distributor and you are building this business and you even haven't reached a point whereby you want to quit. If you're a distributor, you're building this business and you have not yet reached a point where you want to quit, then you haven't started doing the business. And if you're a distributor and you claim that you're not seeing challenges in the business, you're either lying to yourself or you're actually not working. Every time a distributor comes to me and I ask him, so how is the business? Is it a bit challenging? And he said, no, I'm not seeing any challenges. I clearly know that the reason as to why you're not seeing challenges is because you are not working. But every human being, as long as they are working, there are challenges, there are rejections, there are objections. Even Jesus himself, when he was spreading Christianity, when he was doing his business, he met a lot of challenges, So that is a clear sign that in whatever we do, there will always be challenges, there will always be rejections, there will always be objections. The going will always get tough. The going will always get tough. Like I said, even to us who have been around for a while, at some point, the going is also very tough on us. But let me show you briefly what actually keeps us going. This is what keeps us going. Every single time. And I think that's why it's important that as a distributor, as long as you want to succeed in this business, as long as you want to grow very serious business, it's very, very important that you have a dream chart. Very important. Because every single time the going gets tough, you remember the reason as to why you started. Why am I doing this business? Why am I doing this? Every single time business is not moving the way I want it to move, all I do is to look at my goals, to look at my dreams. I mean, when I look at on the year 2026 to 2028, that's about now about 2 years. In these 2 years, I needed to have accomplished this. I need to be driving very, very nice machine, and I need to be sleeping in a very beautiful home. So every single time I am calling customers and things are not going through, I am having targets to hit and things are not going the way I expect them, all I do is I get to my dream, I get to my goals, and I say, okay, one more phone call, two more phone calls. Okay, let me not end this day until I have an order to put in tomorrow. I mean, the month is ending on the 4th. And when I was looking at my results, I need to do about 10,000 points. 10,000 points, those I need to sell products worth 50 million shillings. 50 million shillings. And guess what? Yesterday I did, I think yesterday I did about, yesterday I did 1,500 points. And today, guess what? Today I did nothing. Today I did nothing, and I was so frustrated. I was very disappointed. But when I was working, I was looking at my dream chart. And every time I'm looking at my dream chart, I said, let me make one more phone call. Let me make two more phone calls. And guess what? By the end of the day, I actually ended with an order of about 600 points that should be going in tomorrow. So your goals and your dreams actually are the foundation. They are the driving force behind you that will keep you going, that push you, that will leave you restless. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. For the few years that I've worked, at least one thing that has been so clear to me is I have learned to respect successful people. I have learned to respect successful people because becoming rich, becoming successful, it is not for weak-hearted people. If you are going to succeed in this business, you are going to have to become strong. You are going to have to develop a thick skin. You're going to learn how to be tough. You're going to learn how to be resilient. You're going to learn how to be consistent with doing the basics on a daily basis. Even when you're not getting any results, you continue pushing forward. You continue charging forward. Even when people are not coming, you continue inviting. Even when people tell you that we are coming tomorrow for an appointment and they don't show up, you continue inviting. That's the kind of tough, thick skin that you need for you to succeed in this business. Not even just in this business, in anything that you're going to do out there. In fact, by the way, this business is tough, but other businesses out there are tougher. I mean, here in business, if you're not seeing a customer, you can end the day. But imagine if you're selling bread and you're not seeing customers and bread expires in 5 days. You're seeing all your capital expire. So if you still think this business is hard, other businesses out there are even harder, extremely harder. When you look at how much money you must put in as capital versus the profit that you make, it's really hard. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. Very difficult. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. So are you tough enough to continue going? Are you tough enough to stay consistent, to keep on inviting, keep on attending meetings, to keep on talking to people, even when you're not getting any results? And by the way, very interesting, very interesting thing about our business is that every single work that you put in, it benefits you directly or indirectly. What do I mean? When I invite 100 people and no one shows up, of course, I'll be frustrated. I'll be angry that I put in energy, efforts to invite 100 people and no one came. So that is a loss directly. But now indirectly, you have invited 100 people, no one has come up. You have actually improved your skill of inviting because you've talked to 100 people. So you have grown in terms of experience. You have grown in terms of the skills of inviting. You are becoming a better version of yourself. Now, when you continue inviting and people are not coming, when you continue talking to people and people are saying no, you're not actually losing. You are practicing, getting better, getting experience. And when you start presenting to the right people, it will be a walkover. How do you think we became good trainers? We became good trainers by training. How do you think we became good presenters? We became good presenters by presenting to people and them saying no to us. How do you think we learned how to close people and they pay 10 million, 20 million shillings? Do you think when we joined, we were this good? No, we were not this good. But because we kept on talking to people and they kept on saying no, we kept on practicing on these people who said no to us. We kept on practicing on them and getting better, getting better, getting better. And now we are presenting to people and people are saying yes. Even up to now, we still present to people and people say no. But when people say no, we simply say next opportunity. We are not bothered. We are not stressed. We are not angry when someone says no. We don't count it as a loss. When I don't count it as a loss when I invite someone and they don't show up. I don't count it as a loss when I present to someone and someone says, let me go and think about it. I don't count it as a loss. I will count it as a plus because my presentation to you has helped me to become a better presenter. My follow-up that I did on you, and you said no, simply helped me to become better at following up. So now this business has 3 levels, 3 stages. This business has 3 stages. There is a stage when you have just joined. That's the first stage. You're working so hard and you're underpaid. You're working so hard and you're not getting the desired results. You're working so hard and success seems to be so far away from you. Every month you set goals, but things are not happening. Every experience meeting, you invite people, but things are not happening. That is the first stage. Now, it's so unfortunate that some people get so discouraged in this stage and they end up giving up. But the people that persevere, the people that persist and go through this stage and go to the second stage, then they are likely to see the dream. They are likely to experience great success. So the first stage, you're putting in all your effort, you're working so hard, but you're getting disappointment after disappointment. And even when the payment comes in, it is very little. That is the first stage. The second stage is whereby you're working so hard, but you're also being averagely paid. That is the second stage. You're working so hard, but you're averagely being paid. Now, when you manage to go through the first stage and you go to the second stage and now you finally go to the third stage. Now, the third stage is where you are working less, but then you're being overpaid. You're working less, but you're being overpaid. Now, all of us, we would all desire to be in the third stage, where we are working less, but overpaid. But it's so unfortunate. The good news is, it is very possible for us to actually be in the third stage. But the bad news is, you have to go through the first stage and then go through the second stage before you can get to the final third stage. And now the more bad news is, so many people give up in the first stage, unfortunately. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. In this business, it will be tough. In any business out there, it will even be tougher. But when you are tougher, when you consistently attend meetings, when you consistently attend trainings, when you continuously sharpen your skills, you continuously learn and gain more experience, gain more skills, gain more training, you are associating with the right people. soon or later, you are going to register massive success. Massive success. And the most interesting bit about this business is that at one point or the other, we all have to pay the price. That one, I have to be open and quite honest to you. We all pay the price. We all go through the challenges. We all go through the rejections. We go through the rejection after rejection, but finally, we end up making it. So what is your dream? What is your dream? Because normally, it is the dream that helps us to persevere. It is the dream that helps us to go through thick and thin. Let me tell you a story that I heard about. There was a very, very rich man, very successful man. And this successful man, in his home, he had a crocodile farm. A crocodile farm is like it's like a pond. It's like a pond, and he was rearing crocodiles. So this rich man had a daughter. And when it came to time to giving away a daughter, he called all the men in the village and said, it's now time to give away my daughter. And of course, marrying my daughter, she's the only child that I have. Marrying my daughter, it simply means that you are going to be inheriting all my riches. Of course, all the men in the village were interested. So he gave them a challenge. He said, all men that are interested in marrying my daughter, tomorrow at exactly 10, I need all of you in my compound. And I'm telling you, very many men showed up. So he took all these men near the crocodile pond. And he said, you see these crocodiles here? They haven't eaten for the last 1 week. Now, the man who managed this to swim across this crocodile pond is the only lucky man that is actually going to marry my daughter. And marrying my daughter comes with a lot of benefits, because marrying my daughter simply means you're going to inherit and going to be in charge of my riches. And all these men started saying, no, my goodness, it's impossible. Put another challenge. You know, now, as they were trying to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, now one man was in the pool. And as he was striving to swim, to cut through the crocodiles, finally, the man managed to reach on the other end of the crocodile pond. When he reached there, the rich man was very happy because this young man was very, very courageous that he managed to swim through these crocodiles. Now, as the man was being interviewed, how did you manage to make it? How did you get the courage to make it? The man only responded with one statement. I just want you to show me the person that pushed me into this pond. That's the only person I want to deal with. Now, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that there are challenges, there are objections, The journey to becoming successful is not for the weak-fainted people. It's for strong-hearted people. Sometimes you will need to push yourself to go through these challenges, or sometimes you may need someone to push you, just like this man was pushed. And that's why it's very, very important that as you're working to succeed in this business, you need to have a mentor. You need to listen to your mentor. You need to respect your mentor and always do what your mentor teaches you. You meet a challenge, come back to the drawing table, discuss it. You meet an objection, come back on the table. People are not coming, come back and discuss it. As your uplines, we are there ready to support you and to push you to see that you succeed. This weekend, we are in Casses on Friday at Santon Sun Hotel, 10:30. We are in Busheng at Berlin Hotel, 10:30. We are in Barra, 11 distributor training, 2 p.m. guest presentation. See you there. Invite massively. And in case you are not there, invite someone to join us there. We will handle them on your behalf. Thank you so much. Remember that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. But what gets them going? The dream. It's the dream. It's the dream that keeps us going. It's the dream that helps us not to see any of these challenges. It is the fear of poverty that makes us work hard. We don't want to be poor. We want to live the dream. We want to have income without a cap. We want to be financially free. We want to travel the world. We want our children to go to the best schools. We want to live a successful life. We want to eat life with a big spoon. That's why we work hard. That's why we go through every challenge. We go through challenge after challenge after challenge, but we don't give up. We persevere. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.